Hello guys, and welcome to episode 10 of my Total War Warhammer playthrough, playing as Norsca on very hard difficulty, and today we are going to be taking on Wulfrik, Scion of the Cold Void, after finally finding him in the last episode. So, what we're going to do after that is probably move on through Kislev, down through all of their provinces towards the Empire provinces once again. But that's all for this turn, let's move on to the next one. And here we are. So with this battle, we have to take on multiple Norscan ice trolls, a couple of frostworms. I'm really tempted to take the giant here and put him in Wulfrik's army, because we're going to need all of the big units we can get, I think, because I feel like it's going to be a lot harder than the battle is suggesting, basically. So Marauder champions are probably okay. Although they don't actually have as much health as, say, the Marauder berserkers, which is interesting. Let's just try and switch about a couple of units here. The chariots might not be that useful. Let's swap out the chariots for the ice trolls. So we match their ice trolls, basically. That cancels that out. And then we'll just have extra units. Okay, then we can swap out the Norscan giant for a unit of Marauder champions. And what else can we do? So Throg has anything else that's really nice? Maybe just some more Norscan ice trolls. I guess the good thing about the Marauder champions is they do have some decent defense. So let's swap them out for the Marauder berserkers that aren't the Regiment of Renown. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so Wulfrik should have a pretty badass army now. And there isn't anything else we can recruit because we aren't in friendly territory. So yeah, let's move on and try and take on this battle. The giant should help us out quite a lot. Let's have a look at how much health Wulfrik's had actually. Wow, 12,000. Okay, so yeah, definitely having a Norscan giant is ideal, although it's anti-infantry. Armor piercing though, so that will help. And it does cause terror, so that should help against the Norscan ice trolls because they have poor leadership. Right, let's fight this on the battle map.
Friggus Trex is here for the taking, my lord. The weather is fierce in these climes, and is worsened further by the monster's presence. You must brave the storm, but be mindful of your approach. When you decide to charge the beast, the extreme winter conditions will slow the movement of your warriors.
Okay, so it's gonna slow our units. Let's have a look. Does he have that as a passive? If we hover over him, then I can have a look. Here we go. Frost Breath. Hex constant around self effects. Map wide. Okay. Minus 16 melee attack, minus 36% speed, and minus 8 melee defense. That's pretty crazy. And then the Howling Winter, that gives Frostbite, which reduces speed by 52% and does damage, I guess, over an area. So that's pretty crazy. He is an absolute beast. So, I guess we'll just charge out ice trolls at their ice trolls. That will cancel those out. We'll also add the Fimir warriors in there. And then what we want to do is just have all of our ranged forces hold back and just target down the larger units. Meanwhile, we'll have these melee forces just stay near the ranged forces to protect them. Wulfrik can stay on the flank. We have a manticore to attack one of the frostworms, and we have a giant, of course. Let's start the battle. Just going to give these attack orders. A sudden chill overwhelms you. Your men can barely feel their extremities, with the intense cold making any movement difficult. Slay VulcanHDGaming before your army collapses in the blizzard. So they're going to charge me. Let's just put attack orders onto them. Wow, we do move slowly. And what I'm going to have is my manticore go head on into one of these frostworms. We'll have the mammoth help with the Norsca ice trolls. Let's spread these guys out a bit so that if one lands, it doesn't just kill off all of our units in one go. Need to get the giant over here as well. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be going for a charge into one of my javelin units. Oh, never mind, they're going for Ivalder, which I guess makes sense. What we want to do is have all of the ranged forces attack VulcanHDGaming, and we'll have the giant engage VulcanHDGaming as well. And we're going to want Ivalder to get the hell out of there. I think we dealt with the ice trolls quite easily. Oh, those storms aren't very nice, are they? Okay. Let's get another Spirit Leech going. This time on to VulcanHDGaming. Although he's currently being wrecked. Maybe what we need to do is have some chariots come and help out. The frostworm's just killing Ivalder. And we need his Spirit Leech, very much so. Just going to get all my ranged units to continue attacking VulcanHDGaming where they can. Ivalder here. He may as well put the Spirit Leech onto this frostworm that's actually attacking him directly, because otherwise he's never going to get away. Right, what's Wulfrik doing? He needs to actually get into combat. VulcanHDGaming is running currently, or is he going after the manticore? I think he's going after the manticore, honestly. We'll bring the manticore back so that he has to come back as well. Oh wow, more ice trolls. That's not very fun, is it? Let's get the Marauder Horsemen to move over. And we'll use another Spirit Leech on this frostworm. I think he's nearly dead. Well, how much health is he on? 600. Okay, let's get the giant to come back. Oh dear, you need to get out of the way of that storm. Okay, well, never mind. Too late. Oh, he's down. He's dead. Fantastic. Alright, let's target the other frostworms then. We might be able to cause a chain rout now because the leadership on these ice trolls is really low. So let's try and go for that. We'll make sure that the Marauder Horsemen are attacking these frostworms. We'll get the Ice Wolf chariots to charge into the Norscan ice trolls there. Okay, they're broken. Let's move on to the next ones. So you may as well use the ranged attack. We'll have the giant take a target, and the manticore can come down as well. Wow, this has actually turned out relatively well. Let's have these brutes of the hound charge in. Okay, the javelins have helped take down another frostworm. What a glorious hunt this has been. Actually, since VulcanHDGaming is dead, we are no longer affected by the slow, which is really nice. But that, by the looks of things, is a victory. Wonderful. A close victory, but a victory nonetheless. That was crazy. That slow was insane. I think moving over the giant was a great idea. I think he did a lot of damage to Frigustrix while he was on the ground attacking my range forces. But that is quest complete. We get plenty of loot gained from that. We're also going to get 10,000 from completing the quest. He leveled up as well. And what we may as well do is take even more cash.
The hunt is complete. Reap the rewards, my lord.
Fantastic. And now we can recruit Frigustrix, I think, into our army. You get the Ancient Frostworm Scale, which gives us extra armor and enables frostbite attacks. And gives us the abilities. So, Monstrous Offering. The legendary monster has been slain. The tribesmen flock to catch a glimpse of the fallen beasts, bearing witness to your glorious achievement. The bounty must now be ceremoniously offered up to a Norscan god of your choosing. To which god do you offer this sacrifice? So we're going to be offering to the eagle.
Impressive. The bonds with the eagle grow stronger. The eyes of Norsca watch for new prey to see.
We're on level 2 favour with the eagle after that. And we get the item which we can definitely equip. Great. So we'll take that. And we will upgrade him. So we could give him Eternal Challenger for the extra armor piercing damage. I think that would be nice, especially he's on his chariot now, so he's just going to be charging about doing loads of damage. And Evolder here, we're going to take the Purple Son of Zerus.
I eat my enemies.
And what we're going to need to do with Wulfrik now is trade back some of the units. So we'll walk back towards Throg and we'll switch back the units. Because I think the Marauder Chariots are really good for taking on like Empire armies because they don't have that much cavalry at the moment. Like late game cavalry, it's hard to deal with, yeah, but like the Spearmen and Halberdiers and stuff, the Chariots can just run through them. Even though Halberdiers should technically counter. But yeah, we'll swap back all of these units. I'll actually take back the Marauder Champions as well. Really tempted to keep the Giant just because the Giant is so good, but I don't want to weaken Throg's army too much. So we'll give the Giant back and we'll take the Marauder Berserkers. Is that all? I think that's pretty much the switch back there. Yeah, that's looking familiar. So we have 29,000. That means we can probably spend a little bit of cash. May as well upgrade to like a Beast Tanner, for example, just to get some better income and sort of negate some of our upkeep. So we're just going to keep doing that. Like at Naglfari Plain, for example, we may as well do the same here. We also need to make sure that we are building the Ruinous Altar. And we can build a marble quarry here, so we'll do that alongside the Fair Stash. That'll give us another big chunk of income. Let's move Dregra down towards our armies. Anything else we want to do? +2 public order there. Everything's fine here. We can actually upgrade this to a slaver's camp, so I'm going to do that as well. And once they're all done, that will save us probably about 300 upkeep a turn, which will be nice. Right, we're going to have to probably replenish at some point, so it's likely I'll just move next to Ford Ostrogsk and put into raiding camp and just replenish that way, I think. But that's all for this turn. Let's move on to the next one. We'll complete our technology and then be able to hit Kislev at Fort Ostrogsk, which should give us quite a lot of sacking income.
As you wreak havoc and destruction upon the world, my lord, your allegiance to your god builds. The Norse gods are a maleficent group. Stray from your master now, and you will surely feel its wrath. Give yourself fully, however, and you will become their champion, marked for all to see by your pure devotion.
So very close. Raiders of the East is complete. We're moving on to Raising of the Empire for extra melee attack when fighting against the Empire, extra or Lord aura size, and minus upkeep for all Marauder units. And that's our next chapter objective issued, which is what Hugh just read out. So we'll leave that as it is. And we'll move on towards Fort Ostrogsk. Now the army inside isn't that high, or isn't that large, sorry. But we're just going to go into the raiding camp for now anyway. Oh, god damn it. I messed it up with Wulfrik. Okay. Well, we'll just raid for now then, because that's actually giving us quite a lot of income. Throg is definitely going to get some replenishment, but yeah, it would have been ideal if I could have done it with Wulfrik as well, but I messed it up. Oh well. Let's jump into diplomacy, see what's going on. Goromadni tribe is like the only tribe left.
Let's find
We go for like a non-aggression pact, and maybe a trade offer would be nice, just to get some more income. How much would that give us? 133 per turn. It's probably not even worth it, is it? Yeah, we'll leave it as it is. Alright, let's move on to the next turn after moving Dregra down. Actually, we can probably just give Dregra an order to move towards our armies and then just end the turn. Okay, so this turn, what we want to be doing is probably move on a little bit more next to Fort Ostrogsk, and we'll go into our raiding camp again. We'll do the same with Wulfrik, this time not going more than 50% so that he can replenish as well. Then what we can do is do the attack on Fort Ostrogsk. Should be in a pretty decent spot. We're actually only losing minus 500 a turn at the moment. That's mainly due to the raiding income.
Challenge.
So I think it's just worth ending the turn once again. Our current research rate is 128%. The Secrets of Steel and Magic is actually really nice. Plus 25% weapon strength for all forces. That's pretty crazy actually. But we need to occupy Altdorf in order to gain access to that. So that looks to be a objective for us. I'll take that. We'll go and occupy Altdorf. Sure thing. Dregra can move on his own. Let's just go on to the next turn. Okay. So we should be replenished enough, at least with Throg, to take on Fort Ostrogsk without losing any troops. We're not going to actually fight this on the battle map. We're just going to auto-resolve it. But I just wanted to make sure that I didn't lose any units. So we'll auto-resolve that. Didn't lose any, I don't think. No. So we're good. We can sack that for 15,000. And we got Siege Expert for Throg. 10% war save as well, item, and income from audit buildings plus 7%. Right, let's have a look at these followers and banners actually. This armor, we can give him the Armor of Fortune. The Tormentor Sword's the best we got, and Dawnstone gives us 15% physical resistance, which I think is fine. Extra captives captured after battle is okay. Extra map movement range is also pretty decent. I think we can change the scaling trader to the income from raiding and sacking settlements. Probably should have done that beforehand. Same for the slave worker, because that's for the local region. So we can take something off another person, like Gundarask or Ivolder. And we'll take it off Gundarask, the Chaos Corruption there, and that should be better. And if we go to Wulfrik, he's currently got the bonuses for the Skin Wolves. We're going to keep that because I do want to recruit Skin Wolves into his army eventually. We'll take the Berserker Sword off Felman, so he actually has that. And we'll change the pendant, or Pigeon Plucker Pendant, to a ward save, because that's much better. Scaling trade is kind of useless. So getting the income from raiding and sacking from Felman is better. And everything else is okay. So that will make our guys a bit better. Can we attack Fort Ostrosk this turn? No, we can't. So we'll just move into raiding camp again. Next turn we'll attack it and raise it for the Eagle. We're actually pretty close to getting level 3 and gaining access to the Lord of Change, which will be totally awesome. Send the turn. Still getting a lot of raiding income, even though we sacked that settlement. The Brayherds come. Throg is also leveled up. So let's continue with Woundmaker. You can see how much his weapon strength is increasing. It's quite nice. And we're going to take Wulfrik. Actually, let's take Throg, and we'll make the attack onto Fort Ostrosk again. And we'll raise it for the Eagle. Manticore Horn. Enchanted item gained. And Shrieking Blade. Nice.
Where's my next quote?
So with Wulfrik leveling up, I think what we're going to do is give him some more melee attack. He's already got a lot of armor. Could also give him extra charge bonus actually, because plus 30 charge bonus will be fantastic once he gets a War Mammoth. So that's Fort Ostrosk dealt with. Now we can go down to Castle von Rauchen. Let's go 50% and go into a raiding camp. We'll do the same with Throg, although Throg has used up his movement, so we'll keep him in normal stance. Dregler can try and assassinate this chap. Success! And Dregler has leveled up. So what do we want to do with Dregler? You can get extra assassination chance. The extra casualty replenishment rate for forces in local owned region would be quite nice, but that's owned region actually, not just local region. Now, most of those traits are bad, so we'll give him the fireball there. Minus 50% cooldown. And we'll probably embed him in an army of Throg, I think. You can get rid of some of these Marauder Berserkers that aren't very high unit rank. Or maybe even the Marauders with great weapons. But that's all, so let's move on to the next turn. Making some serious progress. Not a fan of the orcs moving through my lands, honestly. But what I am going to do actually is move over toward Kislev over here.
Correct path. Ahead.
And we'll take down Prague. The reason I'm going to do this is because I don't want Kislev to bounce back and start attacking me randomly. So we'll move as far as we can, and next turn we'll destroy Prague.
Barking.
We can actually go into raiding stance, so we'll do that as well. And we'll bring over Dregra. Not much point in deploying them, but we'll probably end the turn there. And it looks like one of our champions, maybe a Vulda, leveled up. Yeah, Evolda leveled up. So let's get the power drain for the extra Winds of Magic Power Reserve. And what we'll do is take
Correct path.
Throg, and we'll make the attack with Throg onto Prague. So let's continue the siege there. We'll have Wulfrik help out, and that should basically be done very quickly. Going to move in Dregra and just put him on deploy. Alright, so that's an auto-resolve. The great thing about these auto-resolves as well is they do very much increase the unit ranks very quickly. Banner of the Crimson Reapers, extra melee attack and bonus versus large. And Soul Crusher War Mammoth has been unlocked. Wow, okay. We can go into raiding camp with Wulfrik. And we'll just go into raiding camp with Throg as well, just to give our replenishment. And we'll finish off Woundmaker. Then what we're going to do is probably get extra hit points for him, and then move on to Deadly Onslaught. Let's end the turn there. So if we do this correctly, I might be able to use maybe Throg or Wulfrik to attack Volksgrad in the same turn as we destroy Prague, which would be nice. And soon we'll be able to spend some of this cash because we have loads.
Eternal challenger.
So let's destroy Prague
Death.
and just auto-resolve that. Need to make sure that I add this Banner of Swiftness. I'll give it to the Mammoth. And raise that for the Eagle. -1 public order. A local enemy province.
Yes.
Right, he has leveled up from that. I can't wait to give him his Mammoth. We are 3 levels away from that. For now, we're going to just continue with the charge bonus.
Sea fangs ready.
And Throg can go and attack Volksgrad. Easy. Let's make sure we sack that. Actually, it doesn't seem worth it. We'll just raise it straight away. And we got some more followers and traits from that. I want to probably change the Zealot one, if we can. Let's take the Kurgan Slave Merchant. And captives captured after battle. Not sure how useful that is, so I'll change that to the Banner of Crimson Reapers as well. But 47,000 now at our disposal. Let's try and finish off some of these buildings that I wanted to upgrade. We can upgrade to the Fog Shrouded Fens there. We can upgrade these to the Raiders Camp and the Corral. This to the Slavers Camp. And get this up to a Chaos Shrine. And Grayling Moot, we are fine. Yeah, I think it was at Naglfari Plain. Yeah, we want to get this upgraded to a Chaos Shrine as soon as possible. And we can upgrade this to a Beast Tanner. I think that's pretty much all I want to do for now. Maybe upgrade Icedrake Fjord to a greater tribal stronghold. And we'll keep the rest of the money as reserves. Let's move down with Dregra. Snev's actually completely undefended at the moment, like their main settlement. Maybe it's time to go down and destroy that. I kind of feel like their armies are attacking the Empire at the moment. So we're able to just raise all of these places. But unfortunately, guys, that has been my time. So I am going to leave it here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Hopefully the lag's got a bit better as well. Seems to have. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.